What happens when two of the biggest names in boxing collide in the most unexpected place? Not under the bright lights of Vegas, not in a packed arena, inside Floyd Mayweather's private gym. That's exactly what went down when chaos erupted after Terence "Bud" Crawford threw hands at none other than Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, you heard that right. Bud and Canelo didn't wait for contracts, press conferences, or cameras. They clashed in Floyd's own house, and things got heated fast.
He said, "All you fuckers,
Let's rewind. From what we know, Canelo wasn't even supposed to run into Crawford that day. Canelo had shown up at Mayweather's gym to confront Floyd himself. Why? Because Floyd's been taking shots at him lately, reminding the world he already beat Canelo years ago and calling him easy work. And those words, they cut deep.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy could do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
But here's the twist. What Canelo didn't know was that Crawford was already there training with Floyd. When Canelo pulled Floyd aside to air his frustrations, Bud didn't just sit back. He stepped in. Words flew, tension spiked, and before anyone could blink, Crawford let his fists go. One clean shot landed on Canelo. The gym erupted. Trainers, bodyguards, Floyd's people, all rushing in to break it up before it turned into a full-on brawl. But the damage was already done. Bud had made his point. And here's where it gets spicier. Crawford wasn't in Floyd's gym by accident. Those two are close. Floyd has been one of Bud's biggest supporters lately. Remember when Gervonta Tank Davis started beefing with Crawford, going as far as taking shots at Bud's family? Who stepped in? To defend Crawford? Floyd Mayweather himself. He sided with Bud over his own former protege, and Floyd Mayweather. If Bud is preparing to face Canelo, who better to sharpen up with than the man who already cracked the code?
There was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terence Crawford recently. And one of the things that I've always kind of noticed is most of the time, one of the things that's kind of off limits is families. Like you usually don't, you know.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. And so I wanted to kind of understand what your thoughts was about like some of those comments that was made. I think it was about Terence's wife. What, like in your mind, where, because obviously, like, you know, you've been in this sport.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound for pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. It's good to see him in the position that he's in. I think he has a beautiful family. I think he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful queen, a black queen. And there's nothing better than a black woman in this world. It's just my opinion. We all entitled to our opinion.
That explains why Bud was in Floyd's gym. And it makes perfect sense. After all, only 2 men in boxing history have beaten Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol, and Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you pushed for?
No, I didn't.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
So when Canelo pressed Floyd, Bud wasn't just protecting his mentor, he was sending a message. You don't walk into Floyd's house and flex. That move gave Crawford the stage, the confidence and the platform to go head-to-head with Canelo. And now...
But what if Canelo shoves you again in this press conference?
I'm crying like a baby.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
And let's be honest, Floyd knew exactly what he was doing. He thrives on this kind of drama. He's been calling out Canelo for years, saying his resume is overrated, that he cherry-picks fights, and that he'll never live down that loss in 2013. By letting Bud train in his gym, Floyd basically poured gasoline on an already burning fire. A war that started in Floyd's gym.
Y'all gotta show my fighter a little bit more love than that now. You gotta realize, we put our lives on the line. It's blood, sweat, and tears. See, a lot of y'all sit behind a computer and write about us fighters, but you guys never take the time out to really go in the gym and see what these guys go through. Now, on media day, you guys do show up, and we appreciate it, because without the media and the support from the people from all walks of life around the world, we wouldn't be where we at. So I want to say thank you to all the media. I know what it takes when it's a fight of this magnitude, and I was the same young fighter before, and I had a dream. It's no different from other young fighters that I believed in, that I said was going to be good and great someday. Just like Gervonta Tank Davis, he was in the same shoes you were in, and they didn't believe, but then when it happened, they believed. Then all the jealousy came.